smoothies. Oh, we're recording. So you can make smoothies in the blender. You can make your own nut butters. So like I made peanut butter for the first time the other day. It is exceptional, and it took like 3 minutes. It was so cool. You can make jams, jellies, your own like almond milk. You can save a fortune doing that. You can grind your own herbs, spices, fresh ground coffee, all the things in here. You can make soups, but you can also make sauces. So we usually make spaghetti sauce or Alfredo sauce. This one happens a lot in our house. So what I did was the sauce one has 2 stages. So I went ahead and started it early. And so in it is 2 cups of milk and a half a teaspoon of salt. And I add a teaspoon of garlic powder because we like garlicky Alfredo, but you can leave that out. And so what it did is it slowly heated and churned so that the milk did not scald, but it's got the milk up to temperature. So I'm going to add my roux, which is stage 2, to thicken it up. So while that was happening, I put a 1/4 cup of flour and 3 tablespoons of butter, and I just microwaved it 30 seconds at a time, stirred it 3 total times. And so I've got my roux. So I'm just going to pop the lid off up here and add my roux. And I like these flexible cups because I'll be able to fit it to the size of my opening. And then I am going to press the button for it to do stage 2. It's going to thicken it up. So the milk's already heated up and cooked. This is just going to thicken it just like a roux on the stove would do. It's the exact same concept. And then whenever it's done, I'm going to add 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. And that's it. What was that? Milk, salt, garlic, butter, flour, Parmesan. 6 ingredients, homemade Alfredo. So this is going to get loud, so I will mute myself. Love. Oh, and love, my husband says. 7 ingredients.
Oh my gosh, I love it. We love that blender. It is absolutely one of my favorites. I love you can control the ingredients that go in. It's really great for people that have to be dairy free. Okay, well, let's head over to Robin. It's going to show us the ice cream maker. You must be muted, Robin, because I'm not finding you. There you are.
I was getting my stuff out of the freezer.
Awesome. So Robin, we were like, well, it's not quite summer. Maybe we shouldn't do the ice cream maker. She's like, no, everybody needs the ice cream maker. Like we need this fun in our life. So
Absolutely.
Let's see it.
Right. You hear the saying, right? Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, right? Okay. Everybody, right?
You get to decide if this is like.
Okay.
It's like, oh, everybody,
Allow me to introduce your escort, Thomas and Jones.
kind of.
You cannot attend the ball without proper.
All right. Hang tight. Pause. I have to find who is not. All right. Let's try again, Robin.
There you go. Like everybody eats ice cream all year long, right? So, and have you seen the prices of ice cream at the store? It's like all the prices of everything are like really sky high. But the ideal thing is to make it at home, and it's so easy. All right. So, and you can be so creative and make your own favorite ice creams at home, and it's so cheap. All right. But I'm going to just do something really simple. I'm going to do a classic. I'm going to do the strawberry ice cream, but it's going to be fresh strawberry ice cream. And it can be keto friendly too. And it's so easy. Now, this is the actual bowl. And all you do is just throw it in the freezer for 8 hours or overnight. I just throw it I keep it in the freezer. So when I'm ready and I want homemade ice cream, it's ready to go. So I don't have to worry about digging it out and then waiting and waiting and waiting. It's ready to go whenever I want it. So all you need is a pound of fresh strawberries and like a cup and a fourth of sugar, 2 cups of heavy cream, cup of whole milk, or you can do the alternative milk. And then you need vanilla, and then a little bit of salt. That's it. And you can interchange it and do what I like. My favorite ice cream is Chunky Monkey. It's bananas and chocolate chunks and nuts and stuff. So that's my all-time favorite. But tonight we're going to do the strawberry. So I've already chopped up the strawberries, and they were sitting in sugar. And you want to do that for like an hour so it extracts all of the goodness out. And then I strained it. Okay. And then you just set it over to the side. You can use it for something else. You can, I like pouring it over the top of the ice cream after it's done, or you can use it for strawberry shortcake or whatever. That's goodness right there. That's like gold. Or drink it. Yes, Katie, or drink it. Right. Okay. But this is the base, you know, and then all you do is just mix all of the rest of the ingredients together. How easy is that? So the top of it is very simple. All you do is just put it on. There's 2 little knobs, and then there's a timer and a power. Turn the power on. And then there's a timer, and we're going to set it to 30. May not need it. And there's a paddle, which I forgot to put on. So we're going to put the paddle in here. It's just like one of those old time ice cream makers. You know how you have the paddles and everything, but you don't have to have the ice on the outside and everything. I love it. Not messy or nothing, right? So we're going to turn the power on. We're going to set the timer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the strawberries into my base. The trick is to make sure that everything is cold when you put it in here, so it doesn't drop the temperature of your base, okay? And the really neat thing is that there's a pour spout here, so it doesn't get all over, all right? And so now we're gonna do is just pour it all in here.
And now we need to eat ice cream.
Right?
Potato and then ice cream.
And that is it. And you just let it run its course. And then when it's done, it will stop. The paddles will stop. If it's done beforehand, the paddles will automatically stop if it's done before the time. It's that simple. And if it's not firm enough for you, you just stick it in the freezer, and you can stick it in the freezer overnight. It comes with a silicone lid that you can put in there. Lori, it normally takes about 20-30 minutes. It just depends. And then you can stick it in the freezer for about 20-30 minutes. Depends on how you like your ice cream, you know, and then you just scoop it out and you eat it, or you can eat it right out of here, you know. I don't like to wait. I just eat it.
We don't ever have leftovers.
Right? I know. Homemade ice cream is the best.
So it gets thicker the longer that it's in there. And so I've heard people like explain like 20-ish minutes, you got your soft serve consistency. And then as you get on to 30, closer to a custard, thicker ice cream or something like that.
Yeah. It basically just decides, it just depends on how cold this is and how cold your base is when you actually put it in there. So the trick is to make sure that all of your ingredients are cold when you put it in there will determine how long it's going to take.
Yeah. And I highly recommend keeping it in there. 24 hours is spot on. And also it comes with this like stretch orange lid. If you put that on while it's in the freezer, it kind of keeps it even colder that way. I just had a thought, how about if you have the blender or the ice cream maker, tell us what you've tried with it. If you have a recipe handy, pop it in and I'll just like collect all of those and I can put that with the replay. And if you have any questions about the blender or the ice cream maker, we can always go back at the end and kind of break down your questions with it as well. I think that's it. Okay, let's go over to Jessie and Hallie, who are making my personal favorite cooking show recipe, the lava cake. Let's see it.
Guys, so we actually have a change of plans because I'm making it the carrot cake in the rock crock, but it's the same concept, right? It's all yummy. So I have the everyday rock crock cake mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I want to make sure you guys can see this. These are our new clippers, but it also has a slicer on it and they are so fantastic. So you just, and it slices it right open. How fun is that? Okay, I'm gonna dump it in.
Yeah.
Here, let go of it a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. And then instead of adding all the ingredients that it says on the back, stop.
Letting it
We're
out.
just making a mess over here, y'all. Don't mind us. We're gonna add a can of soda. And it gets all bubbly and yummy.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna use our
Blender.
Flex Plus. This is our favorite tool because our counter space is very limited and this is cordless, so we can literally do this anywhere. So we're gonna put it down here. Hold on. Let go. Put it down. Okay. Put it down. Mix it all up nice and go. Oh, my battery was just about dead, so I'm hoping it lasts for us. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Oh, I got it.
It's okay. Here, let's go over here. Get it all mixed up. Okay. All right, I think that's good. So we got it all mixed up. Okay. You got 2 of them. Doesn't have to share with brother. Okay, so that is all that is. And then we have just regular icing. One of our scoops, we're gonna add a few dollops here.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, squeeze it in there. Okay, let's get another scoop.
Can I do it?
And put one right here.
And then add another scoop.
And we better add one more for good measure.
Yeah.
Add one right here.
Then I get to eat it. I have one.
Hold on. Okay, so then we're gonna actually place this with the lid in the microwave for 9 minutes. And then I will either post a picture for afterwards, or if we're still on, I'll show you the after.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you for entertaining us, Hallie. I think you should be a movie star. I love it. And I'm sure we're like right around halfway with our workshop. So Lisa, I feel like we should do another copy paste with all the new people that we've got in our workshop and do another prize drawing. And also one more reminder, if you have just your first name or you're the iPhone, or if you haven't told us if you're a consultant or a guest of which consultant, make sure you do that in the chat so we can get your name in the drawing for our last one too. Okay. All right. You got it for us, Lisa?
I do have it for us. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Are we Ready? Let's go. Who's it gonna be? Annette.
All right, Annette. Okay, so Annette, we don't know who you are. You have to tell us your last name, how to connect with you, or you can just message me on Facebook and we'll get you taken care of. All right. Awesome. So glad you're here. Thanks, guys. All right. We are going to have our big finish demo with Erin, who has our most amazing exclusive stand mixer.
I am so excited to show you the stand mixer. It is something that I like always wish that Pampered Chef would have. So when they said that this was our new spring item, I was so excited. I did have a stand mixer that is close to end of life because I just use it all the time for baking. But this one has so many more amazing features. One of my favorite parts is that it's lighter. Like it's not that heavy at all. I would struggle moving my other one, and my other one actually had a smaller bowl too. So I love also it has this lock right here, so you can open it up. It's going to stay locked like that. You can't tip it over until you use the lock to push it back down. And the bowl is like massive compared to my other one. So I absolutely love that. And it does have different paddles and they go around the whole entire bowl. So this one is got a little scraper. It's like a little silicone part right here. And that's for, mixing up your cake mixes or anything you need to mix. It does come with this little, like captain hook kind of thing. And it's a kneading hook for making bread or pizza dough. And then we're going to use the whip, which this thing is just massive. Look how big that is. So we're going to use that. I'm going to attach that here just like so. Gotta find the side. And it attaches on just like my other one did. You just kind of push it over and turn it. And that's good to go. You can also get a little separate shield here. So this just hooks on right to the front here onto the bowl. And then you can use this little chute to put in your flour. But what's really nice is that all of the different blends and mixes and everything has a slow start to it. So that was something new to me too, is you don't just turn a lever and it starts and it's super, super fast where all the flour goes everywhere. This has a little slow start and just slowly incorporates it and then speeds up. So that's exciting. I'm going to put this to the side. What I'm making for you is actually the first recipe in the cooking guide. It has all of the different features on this cooking guide and what your control center is. But it has, the first one says, getting started. And that's what I'm making. And it is a whipped Greek yogurt that my kids have really loved. And it kind of tastes like whipped cream, but because it has Greek yogurt, it has that added protein to it. And then it uses honey instead of powdered sugar. So a little bit healthier for you too. But this little cooking guide, they come with all of our major appliances and it has so many great tips. There is one that I really want to try. It's a chicken nugget and it says kid approved. And I've seen so many other consultants trying that and I haven't tried it yet. I'm excited to try that recipe. The other thing that's really cool is it has a little place on the back that you can put your cord and wind it all up. And it's a little fun feature that I didn't know that I was missing with my other one. So I'm going to plug that in. And then there's a little on and off switch right here. And there's different little things that you can choose. So custom, whip, cream, mix, beat and knead. And then you can also add time with this little 30-second button in the middle, or you can change whatever time you want. So we're going to just set it down and I'm going to bring it this way, but I want to show you if I turn it to whip, it'll give you a time. And that's all you really need with this recipe is to stay there. But I could choose a different time if I wanted a little bit less. So I'm gonna pick that and choose a different time if I wanted to. So maybe I needed to whip it a little bit more than the 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But what's great is I could literally walk away and it's gonna stop when that timer is up. And that is really good when you're busy and you're doing other stuff in the house. So we will get this going. What I'm gonna put on the Greek yogurt is
Erin,
strawberries.
Can I pop in with a quick question?
Yeah.
You said that you had another stand mixer. How does this one compare in size as far as like if you wanted to replace it in the same space? Is it pretty much bigger or is it about the same?
Every mixer is different. I had a smaller model of the one that I had, so a smaller bowl. It's about the same height, but and maybe width too. So pretty similar in size.
Okay.
If
the
you
bowl
have
is
one
just
of like
big.
the bigger, I know there's like a taller one with the giant bowl. That one definitely would be bigger, but my smaller size one with a smaller bowl, it's about the same.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. So my little helper, he ran away. He was ready to do something else, but he actually pulled some of the strawberries using our stainless steel drinking straw. You can get a set of these drinking straws. He might be coming back because he likes to do this. So I'm gonna have him show you that. But basically just creates this like little stem with the inside of it. Oh, here he is. He's gonna show you. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our cup slicer to slice them into even little strawberry parts here. So if you can see, I'm gonna show them, put them up. The top comes off and you are able to save so much more of the strawberry because you're not cutting up all of that on the top to waste it. So he just made that strawberry perfect there. And then do you want to show him how the cup slicer works quick? All right, so he's gonna slice these up fast. And we're gonna add all the ingredients for our Greek whipped yogurt and get that going. So I'm gonna push this up. You can do one at a time, buddy.
I can do two.
Oh, he's gonna try and do two at a time. There you go. Yep, and then just go put that on top of these. Show them how quickly you can do it. So we're gonna add a cup of Greek yogurt. This is plain Greek yogurt. And a cup of heavy whipping cream. Yep, you got it all done. And then I have 1/4 of a cup of honey. I also love these little measure
And I'm
all
done.
cups. And you're done. I didn't even see it all. He dumped them out for you. And then we need
And I also put it on this so I could get the rest of them.
yes, you did great. So now we need to put those in a bowl. So we're gonna use it's a double strength, so you usually use 1/2 of a teaspoon, but this is double, so I'm gonna use 1/4. And that's all the ingredients for that heavy, the heavy whipped cream, the Greek yogurt, and honey and vanilla. That's it. And then we're going to put the strawberries here in a bowl. I got one, buddy. And we're gonna top it with some granola too. So I'll let you do that. We're going to just push this down. I have a little lock here. And then we're gonna turn it to, oh, we have it paused. So I have it on whip and it is ready to go. So it's gonna turn. Then I'll let somebody else show what they've made. And we'll come back.
Awesome. Thanks, Erin. Thanks, Wyatt. All right. That was so fun. I am so excited about that stand mixer. And my favorite is that paddle with the scraper. That is so cool. Any other questions about the Flex Plus tool, which by the way, we showed you this, the hand mixer. It also can be a food processor and an immersion blender. And so it just has this kind of like the drill, like the drill that you plug in the battery, and then you just take the battery and you can use it for all 3 things. I would love to know what some of our consultants and customers that have that product, like what you use it for, why you get it out instead of something else. And any consultants that want to chime in on that as well. Do we have any food ready to see or can we check in on where we are with our?
It just went off, so I will go get it just a second and I'll bring it.
Okay. Robin, how's that ice cream looking? Starting to thicken up?
Yes, it's getting thick.
Cool. And there's that orange lid I was talking about.
What is that? You wasted another Band-Aid?
I don't know about you guys, but I am just loving all the kids. Yes, the lid that comes with it. Yep, perfect. Good. All right, Kim, are you about to show us where you are with
Yep.
yours?
So mine is ready. The stage 2 is done. So I added 2 cups of Parmesan cheese to it that I'm just gonna pulse in. So there's a pulse button. It only takes a couple seconds.
You're just about ready to eat dinner. That looks good.
It's 205 degrees, so it only takes a second for that to melt. And then I'm gonna keep my face away from this because it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna lift it up.
But you have to also, you
Face.
notice that lid there, it has steam release so that the pressure doesn't build up, and it's a glass pitcher. I think a lot of people, like when you think of blending, you're like, oh, it explodes even cold stuff. But even with hot stuff, it doesn't. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so my favorite thing about this is while normally, so I made my husband cook tonight. So normally while the sauce is making, I would have been over there making the noodles and the chicken and the broccoli, but instead I put my husband to work. And it does perfectly. Whenever I start things at stage 2, everything finishes on time. But check this out. So I'm gonna pour it on.
Oh my God.
It's creamy. It's thick enough, but not overly thick. And when dinner's all done, the blender's going to clean itself. So I'm not hand washing this. The blender's going to take care of it, which is perfect. So look how yummy that is.
Oh my gosh, that looks so amazing. I think I would have to add like, what are those little tomatoes, the sun-dried tomatoes?
Oh yeah, you could totally do that too. I do broccoli. It goes on the side because nobody else in my house will eat it.
We make it work. All right, Jesse, I think I see a rut crack. So let's see that cake.
Okay, so my flipping over into a different pan skills are not top notch yet. But here it is. We actually have a piece on the fork so it can pull down. But good to be noted, the liquid part of what it looks like liquid is actually the icing on the bottom of the cake. And it is absolutely gonna be delicious. I just know it. So there it is.
Beautiful. Really like a couple of tips for the lava cake. If it sits in the pan for about 10 minutes, it flips really nicely. And I love the rock crock grill stone to flip it out on. That's a really good option. We also have those like stone platters that are just really pretty. That works. And then like at parties, when I'm doing an in-person cooking show, I'll just plop a couple of the icing like right on the top, which is supposed to be the bottom. And I leave it in the rock crock and just spread it around and put some chocolate chips or some nuts or something like that on top. Instead of flipping it over, just serving it with a spoon. That works just as well too. So I wish I could have a bite of all this food. Okay.
We're ready here.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right, he's getting his assembled. So it literally takes like 3 minutes. So if you can see this at all, I'm just gonna use a little scoop so you can see how big and fluffy that is. And we're gonna put it in just one of our little 1 cups. You got 2 scoops? Okay, then he's gonna decorate it. I'm gonna get some for Mara. She's waiting in the wings. And we are going to top it with a little bit of granola. Mara, you want granola on yours too?
Yes, please.
All right. And Mara likes to take this even on her lunch. So we're going to put a little granola in here. You want to come and show them how good it is?
Sure.
She's coming in. They're going to take a bite. There you go. Whoop. Don't dump it. There you go. You want granola in it? All right, you go ahead. We'll see what they say. Very good. 3 thumbs up.
Oh, you guys are adorable. I love it. How fun. This was so fun. Okay. So I think finished product, eventually we'll get to see the thickness of Robin's ice cream, but let's just take a couple of minutes here. And if you have any of these 4 items, tell us what you love using it for. If you have any tips for us on like, maybe you learned something the hard way, maybe some troubleshooting we could do if you have questions about your product. And then we're gonna take anybody that asks a question or gives a tip, we're gonna try to quickly get you into our wheel of names, right, Lisa? And then we will do one more prize, and we do have a survey for you as well. So I know, like for me, one tip about the blender, sometimes with the thicker sauces, like cheese sauces, or I think there was a soup or something that was super thick, you can thin it out with a little bit of broth. Or if it's so thick and you don't realize it and it kind of scorches the bottom, don't worry, it's not a big deal. You can, usually it's fine. And I will like blend ice and get it clean that way. That seems to work really well. And then baking soda also is really good for breaking loose anything that might get burnt on when you're not paying attention. What other tips, questions, what else can you guys think of? We love Wyatt's face, the yogurt face.
Another thing you can use for a scorched bottom is ketchup. I think it's the acidity in it. And you just squirt some on the bottom of that and kind of scrub it around with like your dual-sided cleaning brush. And that actually helps.
That's a great tip too. I had not heard that one. Laura says she loves the on-off switch for the mixer. That mixer has a lot of cool features. I love that it's so similar to the air fryer, which is like our most used product. So I know how to use it, you know. How long does it take for the mixer to, or the blender to clean itself? And it's about 2 minutes, minute and a half. Once it gets hot, it gets the hot water hot.
Yeah, so it's you just do 3 cups of water, and there's measurements right on the side of the actual mixer. And so you do 3 cups of water, a couple squirts of soap, and then it takes a few minutes for it to warm up, which obviously depends on the heat of your water because it has to hit a certain temperature. And then the actual cleaning cycle is 2.5 minutes.
Awesome.
So not long at all. And for your hands to go nowhere near it, it's worth every minute.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also the blender, we sell this long skinny scraper, which is amazing for the blender. You don't have to like get your fingers down there or whatever. I have a couple tips here. So Sherry says, for burned on things, Dawn with baking soda paste is really good for cleaning. I bet that does work awesome. And that says, I love baking meat in the rock crack. And what kind of soda do you use? I think you can use anything. Is that like, does anyone have the lowdown on what kind of carbonated? Because I know like with our beer bread, it can be beer or it could be like carbonated soda or seltzer water. So the lava cake and what kind of soda? Does anyone have expertise in this question?
I've
You
used
can really any combination that you like. Because you can do different flavor cake mixes and icings too, but anything carbonated. And I actually somewhere have a graphic, unless somebody else has it super handy, that we could pop in the group too.
Yes,
Of some
I know which
suggestions.
one you're talking about.
Suggestions.
Robin probably made
I
the
have it somewhere.
there's different flavors to go with cakes. Like you can use the vanilla cake, like with the like sun-kissed orange to make like a dreamsicle. Or you can do like I was talking to Jesse earlier. I was going to do a strawberry cake with like the cream cheese and like this like a cream soda and do like a strawberry dream cake. Or you can do like a sinless one to where it's like a Diet Coke and the chocolate Devil's food cake and stuff like that. So there's all different kinds.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we'll look for that graphic. And then if you're not in our Facebook group, make sure you find your way over there. I've got a few questions from over on Facebook and tips. So let's see. Bonnie asked about how much does the ice cream maker hold, which is 1 quart, right? Which is the same as like a box ice cream, if I'm not mistaken. We really like that scraper on the paddle to catch everything off the side of the bowl instead of having to scrape it down yourself. That's from Geraldine. And then we like Dream or Orange Sickle. Yes. Oh, I have the best lava cake recipe. Lemon cake mix. And do lemon juice in the mix when you mix it up. And then you could do lemon icing or any kind of icing. And then you chop up frozen strawberries and make that your topping. Is like strawberry lemonade cake. Oh, so good. So good. Oh my gosh. I want to make that. Okay. Any other questions before we do our final door prize?
I did a lemon on TikTok. I did, and it blew up. I did a lemon cake with blueberries with lemon icing, and it is fantastic with a Sprite soda. And it's awesome. The lava cake. It's amazing. If you guys are lemon blueberry fans, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's
love
to
it.
go off.
Okay, we had a question about, does the ice cream maker have recipes? Now I'm going to share my screen and show you really quick because this is such a handy tip. So whether you're a consultant or a customer that just likes to cook, this is so cool. All right. Check out what Pampered Chef does for us. So oh my gosh, there it is. From the Pampered Chef website, let's say, like we have, of course we have shop, but under recipes, hopefully you can see this, under recipes, you can literally go down to where it says by product. All right. So just from what we use today, the deluxe cooking blender, you can click here and you have 57 things you can try in there, and you can just like copy paste that URL and say my, blender recipes and come right back to it. But yes, the ice cream, that's what made me think of it, Lori, was the ice cream maker. Here's 9 recipes for the ice cream. And I have like for our multi-cooker, for the ice cream maker, if you Google a recipe, it's pretty much like you get the hang of how to use our tools, even with a different recipe. But this vegan strawberry is my favorite one. I tried the frozen custard. It was really good, but you needed a double broiler and I had to Google what that was. So hopefully that's a helpful tip to see. If you go to pamperchef.com or your consultant's website and then click on recipes, you can actually save the recipes by product. And and I would definitely start with what Erin was saying, the getting started book that comes with these bigger tools. They always pick things that are crowd pleasers and really simple to make, so you build confidence with using the products.
The ice cream is done.
Okay, let's see the thickness.
All right, ready? So see how thick it got? All right, so I'm gonna pull the paddle out.
Lick the paddle. You need a kid to come eat that.
Right?
Right.
These aren't here. So it got really thick from the last time you guys saw it.
Oh, it looks so good.
So happy.
And then you'll use that top.
Work. So he's gonna have a yummy treat. All right. So
All right.
I'm using the extra large scoop,
Ooh, good idea.
right? And it is still kind of soft, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna chow down. And
Lisa said she's on her way. Be there in an hour. Don't drink it all. Oh, it looks delicious.
oh, right. And then all you do is put this over the top, and then you just save it for later if it makes it till later.
And that's a big if.
In the freezer.
All right. Well, we have kept you guys for 45 minutes already. Thank you for being here. We're so glad to do these. I hope you learn a little tip, something that's valuable, maybe a recipe. What we're going to do is take with the replay that's on Facebook, we'll pop in some pictures and some recipes for you. Hopefully that soda, so one of us will find that thing for the lava cakes. And then we have a survey for you. So we haven't done the survey in a little while, but we're going to do another door prize for those of you that are watching in replay over the next week. March 30th is the cutoff. And I will do a giveaway that day. Or actually, so I guess it'd be the March 20th. No, I did say in the survey by March 30th. And if you order with your consultant, they can let me know and I will send you a season's best cookbook. All right, let's do our final door prize. Lisa, were you able to get some of those questions and tips in there? Yeah, looks like more people. That's good.
I forgot to take myself off mute.
Like she just taken over. Ooh, it's right on the line. Call me Matt. All
Matt
right.
Phillip.
Congrats to Matt. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. And now she's just making us jealous. All right. I am going to stop the recording somewhere. Stop the live.